When I took office, the war in Gaza was raging with thousands of people being killed and no end in sight. Today, thanks to unrelenting diplomacy and the commitment of many of the great people in this room, we have 59 countries signed up on Gaza. Think of that. We have, it's amazing. But all the people, many, it's really so many in this room, the war in Gaza is over. It's over. There are little flames.
Little flames. During Trump's Board of Peace meeting, Trump declared the war on Gaza over, which is news to literally everyone on earth, including Israel. They are still striking. In the Gaza Strip, at least 2 Palestinians were wounded by Israeli fire. Israeli forces and settlers also carried out raids across various parts of the occupied West Bank, shooting at least 1 man, arresting Palestinians, and storming homes amid a widely condemned formal bid to effectively annex large areas of Palestinian territory. Trump's already moving to build up Gaza, but of course it's not to help the Palestinian people. New documents detail a plan for a military base in southern Gaza that can hold 5,000 people. The base would serve as the headquarters for the International Stabilization Force, ISF, a future military force composed of troops from more than 20 countries that have signed on to the Board of Peace, an effort that has not secured support from a number of major US allies, including the UK, the EU, and key EU members such as France, Germany, and Spain. So the Board of Peace is building a military base. And that's not all. You know how the people of Gaza need things like food, water, healthcare, shelter, just a general sense of security. Instead, they're getting soccer fields. FIFA and Board of Peace to support Gaza reconstruction through football. The FIFA collaboration plan includes building 50 mini pitches near schools and residential areas in Gaza, 5 full-size pitches across multiple districts, and a state-of-the-art FIFA academy and a new 20,000-seat national stadium, FIFA said. I don't necessarily have an objection to that on its face, but when that is largely the only thing you're doing, that strikes me as disingenuous and kind of papering over the rot. Yes, what do you make of this?
Yeah, like the war on Gaza is not over. We're still supporting the war on Gaza. So many Americans want to see peace in the Middle East, whatever that even means, largely not just for the humanitarian aspect of it, but because we're tired of all of our money and our troops and our weaponry going over there to support this ongoing thing. We know what it's about. We know it's about oil. We know that it's about, very old claims on land that we really have no interest in or no part in, apart from the fact that, a lot of those claims, those border disputes and things like that have been egged on by people in the West, like the United States and the UK. So there's a lot of history there, which is why whenever Trump during his first term said, oh, I'm gonna send Jared Kushner over there and he's gonna solve everything. He's just gonna fix the Middle East. Everyone's like, how? How on earth is this person, this outside person, who doesn't understand the history or the culture of this place going to fix anything? It's because it was always disingenuous. And anytime an American politician says, I'm gonna go fix the Middle East and I'll just get it all sorted out, it is completely disingenuous. And this Board of Peace / FIFA deal is insane. This is the most money laundering nonsense I've ever heard of. They're gonna build a military base as a soccer federation and also a Board of Peace, right? The first thing obviously is military. And they're also just like, they're not doing the actual peace things, which would be to actually cease the fire that's happening in Gaza, to actually deal with Israel and stop funding them and stop giving them weapons, and to actually give basic things to the people who are still remaining in Palestine. That's water, that's food, that's shelter. And then even, education and medical care, all these things that need to happen over there, but they're not gonna do it because the plan from the beginning was to raise it all to the ground and then bring peace and stability and success for whoever then takes over that land, presumably the Israelis.
Yeah, it's really just like that bread and circuses kind of superficial appeasement strategy here, because that's a bit, it feeds into the World Cup happening. There's a lot of hype globally for that. Is one of the most watched sporting events. It makes it look like you're being generous. Like, not only are we helping rebuild Gaza when we know it's going to be just a giveaway to real estate developers. Oh, we also want you to have leisure and fun too. Brother, it's grass. It's painted grass. Like it's, come on, what are we doing here? Maybe a stadium, but I'm not holding my breath on that happening. But this is the type of distraction to make people feel better about this, when in reality they just want that beachfront property, and that is grotesque. It's at the end of the day, everything we have seen is tantamount to genocide, ethnic cleansing, and displacement. They're not getting their homes back. Their homes have been destroyed. Many of them are losing like precious family heirlooms, family photos, things that have been passed down from generations gone. Entire bloodlines wiped out. A soccer field or 25 mini pitches doesn't fix that. And this is what I mean. Like, it's like they're papering over the rot. Like, oh, look at how generous we are. Before we move on, Yaz, any final thoughts?
No, it is really sad, because whenever these, and this is not the first, genocidal act we've seen committed on the planet. We know that it's happened here, but also it's exactly what you said. It's the history that's being erased from a space. It's an entire generation of children who have been killed in a place like Gaza. And whenever you think about those children, that is the future of that bloodline of those people, and it's being systematically eradicated. That's why they are targeting schools. That's why they are targeting hospitals. That's why we have more child amputees than ever in Gaza. It's very sad, and it's very deliberate, right? So if anybody sees something like what's happening in Gaza and said, how can this happen? It happens because it happens on purpose, because that was the goal. Because if they didn't want to kill children, they didn't have to bomb a school. If they didn't want to kill sick people or already vulnerable populations, they didn't have to bomb hospitals multiple times the same hospital. So they know what they're doing, and it's pure evil. And yeah, the beachfront property, they've said those words. They said that we want that beachfront property. So they're doing it for the real estate. And Donald Trump will tell you, before anything, he's a real estate man. He knows what he's doing, and he knows what he's enabling. And he doesn't care that the American people have been protesting it so hard and so loudly for so long.
If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very, very low. But also, when you click the join button and you become a member, you get access to bonus content that I make every week, and it's a ton of fun. You get access to tons of custom emojis and more besides that. By the way, if you join at tier 3, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself and other awesome people, and we always have a great time. By the way, you'll get all that going forward, but you also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips, top 10 lists, debates, and more. What are you waiting for? Click the join button below. Your support powers our show, and we couldn't do it without you. Or at the very least, I wouldn't really want to try. Viewers like you keep me here. So thank you in advance for joining.